I went to BoucherCon. This was my second full BoucherCon. I went 3 years ago. BoucherCon was down in San Diego, which is a couple hours from my house, and I just went on the Saturday. That's when I first kind of was taking writing a little more seriously. I had no
Yeah.
public profile, but I'd finished the first draft of the manuscript, the crime thriller I've been working on, and I just kind of like, oh, let's check this out. Went down there, woke up at 5 in the morning, drove down, just checked it out and sat in the back and didn't talk to anybody. I did meet Jack Carr, which was cool because he was doing a book signing, which I didn't even know about, which was he just
Wow.
happened to be in town. And I just kind of, it was like two stories as far as, where everything was. And I just kind of walked through one of the rooms and there he was doing a book sign. I waited for everybody to kind of go through the line. I stood in the back and I handed him a book to sign. And he didn't even open it to sign it. He just because he saw me kind of waiting and letting people go in front of me. And then he just started asking me questions. I tried talking to him about 15, 20 minutes. It just cool as can be, tons of questions to me, asking me about what I do, what my story's about, what I like to write, what I like to read, what watch I was wearing. Like we just talked about all kinds of different stuff for 15 minutes. It just
Yeah.
couldn't have been cooler. Then signed my book, then took a picture with me, and off we went. And then that day on the way home, I was like, I was talking to my wife. I was like, I think I want to start like a public profile just for writing, as I kind of start getting more into this. And last year I went to BoucherCon in Nashville for the whole set. Had a great time. The writing community is pretty special, to be honest. I think the number of writers I've met that are just the nicest, most helpful people. And then this year again went out in BoucherCon, New Orleans, and then I got a few books here. So I got Paul White, Cam Adams, John Stamp, Chris Mullen. I met these guys. John Adams I'd met before. Chris Mullen I met before, but then this last year out in New Orleans, we really got along well. We had lunches together. We hung out quite a bit. Attended
Yeah.
sessions together. Just salt of the earth guys. Super nice, super helpful. Everybody kind of pulling for each other, pushing for one another, support one another, and just you meet these people. Steve Stratton, I know, is a friend of the program. I met him last year, and then I ended
Steve
up
is
being
awesome.
yeah. Steve's like one of the nicest human beings I've ever met in my life. I met him out in Nashville last year, and then a month later, I was in Colorado for a work conference, and I just messaged him like, "Hey, are you around this area? Do you live in this area?" He's like, "Yeah, I am." I'm like, "Yeah, you want to grab a bite to eat?" He's like, "Sure." So he came over to the hotel, picked me up. We went to dinner, just had a great time, and he gave me an arc of Caribbean Harvest, his novel, which was great. And so that kind of stuff. Tracy Abramson,
Yeah.
Oxdeaver, Marcy McCurry, all these people. Like you meet these authors, and they're just the nicest human beings. It just they come from all walks of life, all political backgrounds, all kinds of upbringings, all ages. And when you talk about writing, and everybody's just so nice and just wants to help. And yeah, I'll jump on a phone call with you and talk through whatever you're working out and what you want to do and everything like that. And then you support them. It's not that hard to share people's content to try to show a little support, a little love their way, especially when
Yeah.
they have helped you along the way or took time to talk to you about what you're going through. So nothing
Well,
better in this community, to be honest.